History made. Glowing star Alex's epic. U.S. Open breakthrough for the Philippines. A warm wind from Flushing. Meadows rustles through the net, singing of possibility. A 20-year-old steps across the crackling courts, heart pounding, eyes shining, not just for herself, but for everyone hoping, dreaming, believing. This isn't just tennis. This is history. The moment that echoed on a sweltering New York summer day, AlexEala stood against the odds. Clariter is the 14th seed, formidable, poised, used to being the one handing out pressure. Eala, she entered the court with fierce hunger and a long journey behind her. The match didn't start like a fairy tale. Loss of sets, lopsided games, but it's often in those pits, down 5-1 in the deciding set where character either crumbles or rises. For Alex, it was the latter. She clawed back point by point. The crowd gasped. The 5-1 deficit became 5-4, then 6-5, then into a tiebreak. And in that brutal, heart-thumping tiebreak, she edged it 6-3, 2-6, 7-6, 13-11. She had just become the first player from the Philippines in the Open era to ever win a singles match in the main draw of a Grand Slam. What it meant for Philippines and Southeast Asia, for a nation where basketball, boxing, volleyball often dominate headlines. This was different. This was tennis, breaking through for little girls, playing on dusty courts in Manila, for kids in provinces who watch tennis only on their phones. Alex did something they'd rarely seen. She made the improbable real. She isn't just a Filipino winner. She's a symbol, a signal that visibility matters. That representation gives hope. When Eala burst into tears after the win, it wasn't just relief. It was pride, a rush of years of training, sacrifice, the weight of expectation, and the sweet promise of what's possible. Through her victory, Southeast Asia Watch 2. Janice Chun from Indonesia had her own milestone at the U.S. Open. Together, these stories are like constellations, lighting up the region. The journey before the breakthrough. The win didn't come from nowhere. Alex has been building toward this moment, winning the 2022 U.S. Open Junior Girls Singles title. Vice Filipino to do so, rising through tough tournaments, matches, against top players, defeating Yelena Ostapenko, beating Madison Keys, reaching the Miami Open semifinals. Each match sharpened her. Each win built confidence, making a WTA final, Eastbourne, winning a WTA 125 title, earning her place in the top 100, carrying her flag powerfully. Every milestone was a stepping stone leading to this U.S. Open match where more than ranking was on the line. Identity, national pride, the chance to claim a first for her country. The match drama, grit, triumph. What made the match legendary? Under pressure early, Eala lost the second set, facing an opponent who served for the match. She was down 5-1 in the decider. Many would freeze. She fought belief and mental strength. As the set slipped, she still believed. When the crowd roared at each point, she saved. Each time she clawed back, she fed off that energy. Nerves became fuel, defying expectations. Tosin was expected to win, seeded experience, but Eala turned it inside out, not with flair. Back flicks, but through consistent pressure, composure in clutch moments. Relentless effort, winning the tiebreaker that mattered. 7-6 in the final set, 18-111. Those are the numbers players dream of. That's where legends begin. The aftershock, what it opens up. This one doesn't just go into the books. It opens doors. Second round, major exposure and experience. She moved on to face either Christina Buxer or CLA. Lou Both perhaps less heralded but dangerous. The test ahead matters for her development, carrying momentum, managing expectations, confidence surge, beating a 14 seed under pressure under. The lights of Flushing Meadows gives. Belief. Those moments stick. Next time she's down, she knows she's been hit. Ranking and recognition. Wins at grand. Slams carry weight, not just in points, but in how opponents view you, how tournaments seed you, how media sees you. Ear is increasingly a name on the lips in tennis cycles. Inspiration. Beyond tennis. Filipinos have long waited for another shining sports story. This is one. It's more than the rackets. It's about showing that someone from your country can break the mold. It becomes motivation, fuel for young athletes across sports. The weight of being first. Being first brings both glory and pressure. Alex carries with her thousands of expectations from family, from coaches, from her country. Each match, people will watch not just for her performance, but for what she symbolizes: the risk, comparisons, physical and mental fatigue, more intense scrutiny. But there's also opportunity to set standards, to lead the next generation, to shape how tennis is seen in the Philippines. Maybe she becomes not just a champion in matches, but in culture. What's next? Horizons on the court and in the heart. Upcoming matches at the U.S. Open. Can she keep the fight? The second round, potentially deeper rounds. Each match offers more exposure, more learning, more chance to show she belongs among the best. Seeding and drawing advantage. As she wins more, as her ranking improves, she gets more favorable draws. She'll start being considered a threat, someone opponents must prepare for. Role as ambassador. She may inspire more resources, support, training programs in the Philippines. She may become a face for tennis. Development there, personal growth, managing success, balancing rest, handling media, staying hungry, because breakthroughs are sweet but sustaining at a high level is the real test. Epilogue, more than a win. AlexEala's win over Clariders is more than a tennis result. It's a statement. It's proof of what talent, belief, persistence can do when someone refuses to settle. It's also a gift to her country, to girls who love the game, to everyone who follows the sport and roots for the underdog. History was made that night in Flushing Meadows. The scoreboard will record the numbers. Records will reflect that first, but more importantly, hearts will remember how she made them believe. Because in that moment, Alex didn't just win a match. She carried a nation's hopes, opened a door, and announced that the Philippines is here in Grand Slams. Not just to show up, but to fight, to win, to make history again. Alex's second round came against Christina Buxer, or sometimes CLA Lulu, depending on draw. After the storm of her historic first round, whether she wins or loses further, the narrative has already shifted. She's no longer just a breakout name. She's a standard for herself and for others. Her challenge: now rest, recover, keep composure. Big matches ahead, tougher opponents. But having closed out one of the hardest matches of her life, she now owns belief. Epilogue: more than a breakthrough, a promise. On that hot August day, as Alexa's name was announced winner, something shifted. Records were broken. Doubts were silenced. But more than that, a promise was made. A promise to the next one who fears the odds. To the girl in Manila practicing in the heat. To the kid watching replays, imagining they could be next. To the nation that now has a moment to celebrate. Alexa's U.S. Open win isn't just in the history books, it's in hearts. History was made, and in that making, a world of possibilities opened. Thank you for watching. Please don't forget to hit the subscribe button, like, and share. Till next